Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 9, day 4. It is Thursday, March 2nd, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisory when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, market pulls back on a Thursday with price action 51.44s underneath the VWAP. So nice pullback. Nothing easy today. A little choppy downside as we had a Globex chop overnight. It was all about Snap today, it seems. There it is. The initial IPO offering went public. So let's jump right into the pre-market trend. Looking at the daily outlook this morning, we were mainly looking at Snap and those jobless claims, which came in under in low number. VIX was at 1244, actually finishing downside today at 1181. But screen share this morning, price action for the most part, as we saw, crude was already headed downside. Upstairs on the GC, 6J, and the 6E, we were headed down, and market popping up. So one of these has got to go. And pretty much an overnight chop session on the screen share. So on the indices, they were NQ. Let's take a look at the NQ and ES. 53.91.50 was the current price this morning. Chop small range overnight, but in a pre-market uptrend above the VWAP, quickly turned as really upside. No numbers. We're looking at 71.52 and 12 downside. Let's take a look at the pre-market there. There was your NQ. So up here at the levels of resistance, got to look both and be ready in both directions. But 53.51 all the way down to 53.12. And first looking on the 15-minute charts, there it was about around 51 or so. Well, we never really got down to 51, but somewhere in between 71 and 51 as well. So we'll take a look at the charts here in a little bit. All right, so those are NQ numbers. 71 with a low around 56 today, so falling in between the two. Take a look at the ES this morning. We got open gaps downside. We'll take a look at those here in a minute. 23.92.50 with chopping in the small range on the overnight. Taking a look at the upside, we're looking at 98. We're really not much pop up today. So to the downside, 23.83 down to 75. That was more in trend, but not hitting those low numbers. There was our ES this morning. Holding at the highs, we go to the 15-minute chart. We got directions in both ends, 82 downside. Sure enough, we did hit that and kind of settled around there. So price action pretty much holding down at support. We'll take a look at those MML levels here at the end. All right, so that was our pre-market. Again, session highlights here. VIX closing out downside together with the market coming down. Just don't like it when they run together. Cumulative index was downside, but most of the sectors there in the green, with not much in the news here. And wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to the weekly VWAP today. We'll show you that here on the charts. Not much to show you guys here, as last night price action just pretty much chopped itself out after that nice long run up. And so finishing out the session, there's the NQ. Let's take a couple moments here. Appreciate our open up here at 89.75, closing out down here around 65.25. Daily VWAP running right through, identified by the DVWAP, and the weekly a little bit of a tongue holder there. Weekly VWAP, volume weighted average price. Nice bounce off there twice. Again, the counter trends back to the upside, but pretty much holding in a chop session. Again, you can see here through the Euro close and PM session, one nice little pocket down here. But again, you had some almost false setups. You might as well wait for the breakout. They give you a nice setup here with all charts in sync, 51.44 in sync. You have the Heikin-Ashi bars with the short setup, and the 5.34 in sync gives you a nice move. Another nice little scalp here, a nice scalp here, and that's about it. There was a nice price action to the downside. Questionable over here. The only real two setups were right here. Short setup underneath the VWAP. Again, playing by the strategy of keeping your stop at the swing size. You're in good condition. If you held on, if not, you bailed out, took the loss, and you got back in. Quick move right off the market open. You might have just let that one go, waited on the pullback. And so through the AM session, big trend for the most part to the downside. Sure enough, if you got in up above and held on for the majority of the session downside, not bad, not bad. MML levels also pulling to the downside. All right, let's take a look at the ES. ES, nice move also. Opening up here, 92.75, finishing out here around 81.75. Also, nice bounce to the weekly VWAP, so keep those on your charts. Again, pretty choppy, but doesn't mean you can't trade from one VWAP to another. Seems to be that's what we did today. Break of the cloud here. We'll have to watch that in the days to come. We'll keep that on the charts. Price action, again, solid move down here from the get-go as the ES moved right through the euro, and PM session just choppy. Nice little pocket here on the ES again, pull back, come back down. Don't worry about the counter trends. Go with the trend. If 51.44 is below the VWAP, stay with those entries. Get your contract off if you can. If you get stopped out at break even, you get stopped out. That's just the way it rolls. All right, finally finishing off on the YM. Nice move. Of all the sessions here, YM actually with a nice move down. So count them up. You got a move here. Again, that was quick off the open. One move. Second move downside. Third move. Fourth move. Attempt. Could have turned into a loss. Very possible. Price action regains its footing, comes back down, finishes out downside at 21.06. All right, so let's jump into the charts as we see here. And the daily gaps, all-time high sitting up there now as price action pulls back. Open gap still down here, 67 on the NQ, 831 on the YM, and 53.50 downside at NQ. Could be a probability that we might get down there overnight, not that far, 10 points away here on the NQ. Taking a look at the AD lines. Give it up to the AD lines here today, guys. AD line on the NQ hitting that negative 70. Not really going much further there as price action pulled back. And that's, again, the first 30 minutes there of price action chopping up pretty much the rest of the way and giving us a little bit of pocket to the downtrend as well. YM and ES here. NISS nicely holding to the 1350. All right, let's take a look at the screen share. There's that weekly VWAP now on the charts. Take a look at crude. Let's point out any nice moves there on the crude inside the Globex here. This price action short setup. There you go, but higher probability setup right here with the 534, 51.44 in the red gives you a pocket move. That's, again, pre-market overnight session. Overall, crude really not doing much for the U.S. session right here. Gives a chop up. Try to get something going here under the Globex. Didn't work out there, did it? Price action bounces back up, and then now you're back in PM session for a little bit of a move. So crude really not much of a mover today. Take a look at the gold. Gold hoping to reverse in the same direction as the rest of the market. Again, there's your U.S. session. Overnight session with a nice trend downside here. You can see the charts and trend underneath the VWAP. That's the weekly and the daily. 51.44. A little bit of a deeper pullback that seems to be the picture of today with the deeper pullbacks back in trend. All right, stay off the counter trend. Go with the ones in trend. So you got yourself one setup, two setups. You got yourself another setup downside, three pullback. If you held on, great. If not, re-entry. Four setups, fifth setup to the downside as the gold finishing out today's session. Again, big picture, 51.44 underneath the VWAP. 6J, looking on the yen, price action very choppy, but again, bigger picture, 51.44 underneath the VWAP. Again, you might not have been able to hold on with trade management stopping you out at those break evens, so did not make it easy today. I'm not saying trading's easy. I'm just saying the setup's a little bit deeper today to the pullbacks didn't allow for that freedom of trend that we so look for each day. All right, bread and butter day, right? Taking a look at the 6E. 6E, again, a little choppy here. Price action inside the Globex for most of the session until a little bit of a breakout here in the afternoon session. Short setup 1, 2. Those were the best of setups. Trying to make something going here. When you got a setup like this, you might as well wait for a couple more bars for the breakout here. That doesn't mean over here you need to wait. Price action breaks through the Globex. Good signal to get into the downside. All right, 6E, not much to report on as well. Looking ahead to tomorrow as we move into the Globex session. Again, watch for those 15-minute before the market open charts to see where we are from the overnight. Downside, let's get our charts in sync here. There's our YM as the 51.44 still holding upside. Resistance down here, 23.13. Upside, we were looking at 21.250. That's our next bigger upside level. Downside, 938. Before we get to those numbers, we got our 60 minutes and our 15-minute chart. Bigger picture, 938 here, lining up with the major support resistance, and then 7 to 81. Well, before we get there, NQ will need to, YM will have to reset itself on the 15-minute to get some lower levels. So right now, 938, the first level downside I'd be looking at. Anything upside, look to 94 first and 172 to the upside on the YM for the Globex session. Again, tomorrow morning we'll go ahead with those new numbers. On the ES price action, watch the 23.75 as we pull back here, major support resistance. And then eventually 59 overnight. Anything to the upside, start to look at 91 and all the way back up to 98 if we're able to get in a move upside. 60-minute chart on the NQ and the bigger picture, 53.51 seems to be the line in the sand here. If we can make it down in Globex session, that's where we'll go first. If we break that, look to 312.50 and any reset of the 15-minute chart. Again, if we get down to 53.1250, will be at resistance and support on both the range chart and the NQ. Again, keep in mind, guys, we got some open gaps downside. Our weekly opening price, 32.75, 7.70 on the YM, and 63.75. All three still holding up very strong. All right, as we roll into tomorrow for the end of the week, economic calendar, price action, PMI, ISM non-manufacturing, multiple Fed speakers, including Yellen. So expect the market to have its ears to the wall, see what's going on. Again, kudos to Snap out there. We'll see how that rolls in the weeks and the months to come. Anybody got a piece on that? Maybe you got a piece of early history on another market that might just run up. All right, that's it for the insight into the daily trend and technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets as we do each day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. Only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. For those of you that are interested in joining us in our community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, David at TradingFibs.com. You may join us on any Thursday or Friday to view the live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.